I was down, but not out. The shit I'd seen had brought me low. Robin Burlee is not your average pushover. Fuck no. I'd landed on the South Shore, discovered fairly early on after leaving the old man's place that the bridge had collapsed. So I'd have to find myself a new route. I rowed myself across, but the goddamn boat broke down and sank nearly half a mile out. I lost everything I had and was forced to swim to the beach. Fucking freaks were waiting for me just as I came ashore. I had to remind myself, as long as I drew breath, I was alive. I had to make it back to the homestead. I knew, if only I could see the house again, I'd finally know. I'd know who'd made it. Oh, I'd know who hadn't. It was the not knowing that was killing me. Or it could have been the bite that the old fucker had given me. Not exactly sure which. The trip would be a long one, though. Starter Island was some distance away, and I didn't have any food or warm clothes. I decided to head for the nearby big city of Stonington. Hell, it was where my life had begun. Might as well be where I begin this shit show of a hike. I needed supplies.
It does have more storage as well.
All through the beginnings of my journey, I would spot another survivor in the distance. The chaos on the mainland had taught me to force down the urge to run up to them and attempt to reach out to another human being. The loneliness was torture, but the wrong encounter could mean death.
That stuff are gonna be taken from that location. I still want to see where he's going, though. Like where he goes when he's down there. I suppose I will go this way then. See if there's anything here. Nope. Well, that was bad because the game actually thought I wanted to cut the bush. So that didn't really go the way I wanted it to. I want to get better stuff, better gear. Okay, I'll take that one instead, actually. It's a good idea. Oh, I should also test my blood. Oh, positive. Alcohol. Cholera, something else. Okay. Alright, good. Food poisoning. Wound infection. Okay, good, good. Oops. Pants. Medium insulation. Same type of insulation, but the latex one holds 15 and the jumpsuit pants 20. Okay. Broke it down. Oh shit. Oh shit. Back off nice and easy.
I knew that the creepers operated more on sound than they did on what they saw. If I just managed to keep quiet, I'd be fine.
Sound like rabid dogs. Honestly. Yes, actually. That is probably a good idea.
The sun was coming down on my first day, so I knew I had to make camp somewhere. It would be pitch black soon, and the infected never rested, and they could hear you even better than they could see.
Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. Nope, that did not do it. Yeah. Figures I would find a type of ammo that goes to none of my 3 types of sidearms. Oh. Okay, ew. That makes me a little bit uncomfortable here. Let's just check, make a quick check up there and then leave. Sorry, buddy. May you rest in peace. Ooh. That's actually even better. What? Look at that. Don't know if... Do the Nagant use 357, I wonder? I don't know. There we go. Okay, good. Now, is it possible to... Yes, it is.
As I snuck over towards the house across the street, I noticed the entrance was boarded up. Could this place be housing other survivors? I decided to chance it. Come hell or high water, I needed to talk to someone. Hello? As I called out, I got no response. Well, no response from anybody that mattered. I guess nobody was home. Or nobody was left alive. This, along with everything else I'd seen, made me wonder, what had we done to ourselves? How had it all come to this? Was this some kind of act of God? Or had we finally crossed that fucking line that doomsayers were always pestering people about? Whatever the fuck had happened, I would get no answers this night. I decided to catch some Z's before this darkness got the best of me. Eventually, I began to see the buildings of the city in the distance. I was nearing my first goal. Hopefully, there would be people there. Bandits or friendly folk. Right now, I needed anyone to trade information with. Anything would be better than the damn quiet. And so I arrived in the suburbs of Stonington. The whole place radiated desolation. But there had to be someone left alive. In this huge-ass city, I was undeterred.
Jesus. Somebody has not been taking care of their mold problem.
I started closing in on the city center, all the while finding more and more weapons lying around. It was as if there had been a massive scrambling for arms just recently. Still no sign of any people, though. A shotgun. I did have the Mosin, but shotgun ammo should be easier to find. Two shots to the temple? Fuckers were tough. As I approached the main square, it blew my mind how empty the city was. Not too long ago, this place had been filled with people. Now, nothing but the wind, and the occasional freak show making its way to God only knows where. I didn't get it. Where were all the people? Had the boats already been here and evacuated everyone? What about my family? Was I too late? As I made my way across Stonington Main Square, I decided to raid the local hospital for anything that I could use. Meds were a rare commodity these days, and I knew that they would be very hard to come by on the road. Wait, what was that? A military vehicle? Maybe it contained some clue as to what had happened. No, nothing at all. Just like the rest of this god-forsaken place. I came to the conclusion that there was nothing left here of interest, and that after the hospital, I should just cut my losses and head home.
Oh. This was a giant stroke of luck.
And so the next part of my journey was about to begin. This was the long leg. Up through Cushville, then due east out on Paul's View, past my old job, across Ben's Crossing Bridge, and finally, I would be home on Starter Island. First, I would make it out of the city through the suburb of Asheville. I remembered that one of my friends had lived there during his childhood. Yeah, a fat lot of good those types of memories did me now. I kept seeing military vehicles in the streets, on the corners. None held the answers I was seeking. Honestly though, as much as I wanted answers about the apocalypse, I wanted to know about my family with 10 times the urgency. But even the soldiers had vanished. What was going on here? Another survivor. But as desperate as I was for information, this time I chose not to call out. First of all, there were infected between us, and a shout would have them swarm all over me, gobble me up, and shit on my bones as a thank you afterwards. Secondly, the city had darkened my mood. Something was not right with any of this. And I don't just mean the fucking creepers. It felt like there was something bigger going on behind the scenes. And for the time being, I decided to stay off the radar. I was not ready to trust. I kept telling myself, It would all make sense when I got back home. I mean, it had to. Right? Cute. I'd recently found myself a cowboy hat, and now, look at that. A pipe to boot. This reminded me a lot of old Uncle Jimmy-Jack. He taught me how to smoke the pipe back in the day, and now, here it was, just waiting for me. With all the hell being unleashed all around us, I grabbed it without a second thought. Figured the world owed me one. And as far away as I might be, it did bring me a little closer to home. This was Asheville. Asheville? What the hell had happened here? Everywhere I looked, buildings had been destroyed. It actually looked like they'd been bombed out. Destroyed by either tank shells or carpet bombing. It was a sad sight. Out on the road, food had been scarce, and even though I'd eaten fairly recently, I went through it all in my head. I had a couple of cans of preserved foodstuffs on me, but once they were open, I had to eat it all. I was genuinely beginning to worry about my food situation. And then I heard it. Sure, I could have used the silence Makarov, but I did not want to take any chances. This fucker was going through my intestines tonight.
Ah, shit. Alright, I'm dumping all I don't need. This is food. This is vital.
I had resolved the immediate situation pertaining to my food supply, but shots in the distance quickened my steps. I realized that while the Kunan used more powerful caliber, suppressed weapons did have their uses. I silently cursed myself and my stomach for talking me into giving away my own position. Finally, pork was served. I broke into an abandoned house and prepared dinner. Then, I don't know if it was my own perceived mistake that proved true, but suddenly, the gunshots were right around the corner.
I have not found... Okay, that does not sound like something I want to be a part of. I am not staying to find out. What that is all about. I got my food. It's gonna have to wait.
I was closer now, and so I decided to take a shortcut, bypassing Cushville and making a beeline for the coastal islands right through the old trailer park. Uncle Jimmy-Jack had lived there before he died. I could still remember his face as if I'd seen him yesterday. And with the pipe stem lodged firmly between my teeth, that feeling came back all the more powerful.
Trailer park. What the fuck do I need that for? Fridge magnets. Overgrown building. Use that the way we did.
After being harrowed by gunshots and finding no answers to my plight, I was just about to quit the day when something interesting up and damn near fell out of the sky into my lap.
Honestly, yeah. Interesting.
After having raided a military checkpoint on the way out to Paul's View and finding absolutely nothing, I decided to take my new prize for a spin. What the hell? I needed to see if the old magic was still in me.
Alright, let's see what we can do here.
Yeah, still got it.
why not? Maybe I should pay my job a visit. I should probably check what the situation is at my job.
I'll admit, going back to the chemical plant wasn't the first thing on my to-do list of priorities. But it was on the way. Maybe there was someone there. Not that I expected people to be working anymore, but the plant might have something that I could use.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no. No.
It was Don Peters, one of the processing operators. I'd known him well. He'd always been a stand-up guy and had relieved my boredom a lot with his jokes. I guess the joke was on him now. Poor sap. Michael Toluca, another guy I'd known. Didn't work on the floor. He'd been the warehouse manager and facility safety supervisor. Also an okay guy. Hadn't known him too well, but well enough to have it hurt to see him like this.
Alright, fuck this.
The plant was a bust. Too many familiar faces staring at me with hungry eyes through a blood haze. It was regrettable, but there was nothing I could do for them. All I cared about now was to get to my family.
So long work.
Running past the gas station on the hill and the old Miller place, I could at long last see Starter Island. It was right there to my left, just across the narrow span of Ben's Crossing. The bridge was up ahead.
Oh, Alright, well, we deserve a little swig of this. Nice.
Good idea or not, I chugged that whole bottle faster than you can say alcoholic poisoning, and I did not look back. I figured it was time for some upsides to the equation.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. What the fuck is it? Oh. That fucking went to my head. For real? Motherfucker. Whoa. I was not feeling well. I don't know what was in that bottle, but man, that bottle went straight to my head. What the fuck? The old pub at the crossing had been boarded up and added to. Even inebriated, I knew that meant survivors. I decided to give it another go. Hell, it could be someone I knew.
Hello? Anybody home? Oh, nobody home? The fuck?
Again with the no answerings. What the fuck? Is it me? Do I smell foul somehow and they can smell it like 1,000 miles away? I made a mental note to find deodorant. Next time they would not see me coming. Or rather, they would not smell me coming.
Oh. Oh, for fuck's sake, now I get Mosin ammo. Alright. If I remember correctly, whoa. There's a shortcut over the mountain. Somewhere.
Regardless of my condition, I was finally on my home turf. I knew this island like the back of my head, and the homestead was just a short distance away. I began lugging it over the mountain, a shortcut I'd tended to use over the years when I'd been more outdoorsy. Soon I'd be home.
This was it. Just around the corner was the homestead. I could smell the blueberry pie already. Mama, your boys come home.
Ma? Pa? You in here? Ma? Pa? Kathleen? Rory? Fuck. Fuck. Where are they?
I couldn't believe it. There was no one here. No one. No Ma with the blueberry pie. No Pa with conspiracy theories. No Kathleen with her feeble attempts to translate those theories into something coherent. No Rory to be completely clueless. Was it all for nothing? Where were they?
Fuck me. Alright.
I came to the decision that I would stay at the homestead, just in case somebody came along. But in my heart, though I refused to admit it, I suspected it was too late for happy endings. Ma, Pa, the guys. I didn't know. I couldn't know. This was really hell. And maybe that is what this was.
hell on earth?
Well,
Well, if I was to stay, then I needed to fortify this whole place. For that, I needed to scour the surrounding farms and even the nearby town of Oceanville in an attempt to find tools and resources to do just that. I was home, and I was not about to let anyone take it from me. This little piece of land, at least, was still Burlee family soil.